My daughter is 10, her name is Hannah, and my son is 8, and that's John. They both love Okoboji Camp.
I know for a fact that my parents and actually my grandfather attended Okoboji United Methodist Camp.
When you go there, you have fun and you meet new people, but you also learn about God.
Every year it's different, but it's still the same. It feels like home, kind of. It's like home away from home.
God's grace was there for me at camp through the counselors and the directors.
Counselors that are freely sharing, their own faith story, and it gets you thinking about your own journey, and church becomes a little bit bigger than just kind of what you do on the weekends.
It's just understandable. It seems just so crystal clear, and I feel so much closer to God when I'm at camp.
Kids hear about Jesus in a language they can understand and see Jesus at work.
My boys have played Boji ball. My daughters have gone to the Boji Bay camp, the water camp, the You Can't Do That at camp.
It's always fun to watch them come home. They're kind of coming down off this mountaintop experience. They've had they've got their new camp friends, and they tell you about all their counselors.
I've always remembered my junior staff member. The very first junior staff that I had was Courtney, and I remember just how much she's affected me, and I want to be that for other little girls.
I love the go-karts in this beautiful prairie area and all the bumps and the hills and the mud.
We got to sing like different songs and got to do actions and stuff.
The last night of camp, we all pulled our mattresses off the bed and put it on the floor and made a giant bed and just had a giant sleepover.
It was a party. Rock climbing and zip lining, that was really, really fun.
Went down a mountain on a giant skateboard, kind of, with brakes and everything.
If you're kind of questioning, I don't know, church camp is not for me, I'm not really into that kind of thing, don't question anymore. Go to church camp.
I don't think anybody could not fall in love with it.
As a parent, I would encourage you, to encourage that camper that's on the fence to go.
Cannot afford not to send your kids to camp. A week, a day, 2 days, 3 days.
And when I talk to kids about going back to camp, they always want to go back to camp. It's a priority the next year. If you can get them to go once, they'll go the next year and the next year and the next year.
Send them to camp.
Go to camp.
Go to camp.